Yo, check this out.
Caleb, I love you with all my heart, but you are not Italian.
These guys put a pot-smoking Ottawa band on the litter, or test.
Best podcast ever.
You want to talk about your Twitter beef that you got in this week?
Oh
Which
my
this will be like
God,
old
y'all.
news by the time this comes out.
Yeah, I suppose this is our news hour. Fucking okay. So for anyone that doesn't have cable or lives under a fucking rock, Phoebe Bridgers was on SNL. I guess 2 weeks ago now, because when this is gonna come out. And smashed her guitar on SNL, and it was fucking sick.
Yeah.
All right, like fucking, it's pretty. That's pretty straightforward. David Crosby, for some reason, felt like he needed to call it pathetic on Twitter.
Yeah, so I didn't dive into this, but so did he just do that on his own accord, or did somebody ask?
I don't know. I think someone said like, "What do you think about it?"
Right.
And tagged him or something.
Right.
And he just retweeted it and said pathetic. And so I fucking went on and said like, and then after he replied saying like, Phoebe Bridgers can't write songs.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that.
Yeah. he like beefed her.
All
after.
I saw was like he said pathetic, and then she said little bitch, which is hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, hilarious. I don't think she like. I think she said little bitch after the pathetic thing. Yeah, so
Yeah.
she might have kind of started things a little bit, but fucking he said like she can't write songs. So I made a tweet saying David Crosby saying Phoebe Bridgers can't write songs. Meanwhile, his last hit was in 1993.
Yeah.
Also, just gonna say, that 93 track, Phil Collins was on that fucking song, and it still only made number 44. Okay, Phoebe Bridgers was at number 3 on the Hot 100 for 4 weeks. Get fucked, David Crosby. His last number one, or not number one, his last song on the Hot 100 by himself. Guess what year it was?
Fucking 76.
1971.
Oh shit.
You're irrelevant, David. No one fucking cares.
This also-
except for this one guy.
Yeah, dude.
Okay? So apparently I managed to tap into David Crosby boomer stans on Twitter, and this guy was calling me a jackass. He's fucking calling me an idiot. So then I just started fucking with him, and I said like, "Yo, please don't be mad at me. I'm only 9."
So this is what was funny. So like I woke up and I'm reading through like the multitude of texts that you or like tweets you have with this guy, and I'm like laughing, and then I was like, fuck it. Like I just recently got back on Twitter for the podcast,
Yeah.
and I was like, this will be funny. So I first commented, and because he kept being like, dude, David Crosby's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame multiple times. Like, how many times has Phoebe Bridgers been in? Which, by the way, she's not even eligible.
Yeah,
so
she's
chill.
26 years old.
So
Okay?
chill. So I replied like, imagine using the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as like a whatever. I don't even remember what I said, but like as a like a relevant fucking comeback or whatever. And then so when you said you're 9, he had said like, yes, mentally, you're 9, and he used the wrong "you're," which whatever, you can leave it, whatever. And then I was like, fuck this guy. So I said,
scathing you asterisk.
I said,
RE.
oof, and then I did the asterisk, and then he just said, oh, big deal, and then but my tweet got some likes, and then he went away.
Yeah,
Because
none of his tweets got any hits, by the way. Just gonna put that out there.
big deal, but I mean, you used the right grammar.
And also, his argument does not work very well because his one was for the Byrds, which he was like a
Right.
rhythm guitar player for, and the
Right.
other was Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Yeah.
Which had Neil Young in it. Of course, Neil Young's fucking group is gonna get a fucking rock and roll. Like he's not in there by himself. Okay, David Crosby needed so much help to get any fucking success whatsoever.
Also, like, we have to stop. We like a couple months ago talked about how like Geezer Butler did this interview, and they asked him about WAP, and like of course he was like, I don't fucking like it.
I don't like it.
But also like it's also one of the, no, this is like not the same thing, but I'm gonna kind of use it as an example. You know that Bill Burr bit where he does that, like the whole thing, like the Duck Dynasty guy was like, it turns out he was racist, and he's like, yeah, no shit. What did you think he thought?
Of
we
course
have to
he's
stop
racist,
asking these old musician guys about new music. What the fuck do you think they think?
Yeah.
They don't like it.
I feel like
stop asking them.
if you're over 60 years old and you don't listen to 3 new artists every year, you can't really comment on anything in the music industry anymore.
You didn't have to ask Geezer Butler what he thought of WAP. I could have told you.
You
He
knew
didn't like,
what
and
he was gonna think.
Of course he doesn't like it. Of course he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
I'm sure he also thinks like a bunch of rock bands that rip hard. He probably thinks they suck too.
Yeah, no shit.
And like, stop asking these old dudes what they think. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
I had to stop beefing them because I completely forgot that David Crosby stans are dangerous individuals. Those dudes all live in Florida and will take meth. with alligators.
Yeah, they definitely believe like COVID's not real.
Yeah, they believe in QAnon.
Yeah.
They carry a gun in the glove compartment. Yeah, I had to stop. Dealing with that guy.
That's so funny.
But yeah, holy shit, dude. David Crosby stands are on Twitter. Look out.